So this is probably very dangerous right now because I'm looking at this teleprompter and it says General Milley unscripted remarks. And John Campbell, who's a good friend of mine, retired Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, he said, hey, you know, there's a seventh game with the Caps tomorrow night. Keep your remarks short because I want to make it. So, JC, you'll make it by tomorrow night. So, hey, look at, first let me just, I do want to take a moment and thank some folks out here who've been tremendously supportive of your Army, of our Army, of the United States Army, but not just the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, all of whom are represented by senior officers here tonight. And so, you know, you saw Gary Sinise, Captain Dan. He's been a tremendous supporter. Angela Williams, thank you so much. Martha Wilson and John Horowitz, thank you all. And Patty, of course, and her husband Ray, have known them for years. They're tremendous. There's lots of folks in here to thank. And on behalf of the entire United States Army, I want to thank you all. But I also want to point out, you know, the presenter for the second award there, Ellen Dunford. She's been serving our country for 4 decades. And I understand, or I heard anyway, that her husband's name was Joe. And, but you know, she's been up and down, thick and thin. And she and Holly Ann and all of the spouses, they have served every bit as much as any of us in the cloth of our nation. And I would tell you that their job is way harder than ours. And how many of you, most everybody in here, has seen the movie Saving Private Ryan? So when we go off to combat, our spouses and our children, they perceive that we are living every moment for the first 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan where they hit the beach. Now we in uniform know that there's some intense periods of combat, but not every moment is like that. But in the mind's eye of our children, in the mind's eye of our spouses, that is what they think. And it's a far greater sacrifice. It's a far greater burden to bear for those who wait and to think that their loved one, their soldier, their sailor, their airman or Marine is going through those intense periods of potential violence. So the theme tonight then is, you know, why we serve. Why is it that my father, as a United States Marine in the 4th Marine Division, why did he hit the beach at Kwajalein Atoll and Saipan and Tinian and Iwo Jima, a little island, a spit of an island, 8 square miles in the middle of the Central Pacific, where 7,000 Marines gave their lives and 34,000 were wounded? Why is it my uncle hit the beach at Normandy? Why is it Holly's father served during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Why is it Joe Dunford led a Marine regiment in the assault on Baghdad? Why is it that John Campbell led a brigade of the 82nd Airborne Division into Afghanistan? Why is it Sergeant Major Daley, who's sitting right over here, why is it that he fought the fight with 3ID going up to Baghdad? Why is it that we serve? What is our calling to serve? Some would say it's education or health benefits or something like that. No, it's not that. It's got everything to do with the oath. And in that oath, those of us who have served or are currently serving, we all swear an oath to protect and defend an idea that's embodied not very far from where we're sitting here tonight, an idea that's in the Constitution. And we are the only military out of 190 countries in the United Nations today that swears an oath not to a king or a queen or a piece of territory or a tribe or a dictator. We swear an oath to an idea. And it's an idea that's an incredibly powerful idea. It's an idea that has brought down dictatorships and given rises to other countries to emulate us. And it's an idea that came into being 2.5 centuries ago. And it was the United States Army that led the way on 14 June 1775 with a company of Pennsylvania riflemen to protect that idea and to make it real. And we've been doing that now with the blood and the sweat and the toil of all these soldiers and these sailors and airmen and Marines to protect that idea. And if you ask yourself, well, what is this idea? What is this idea that Milley or Dunford or Campbell or Daley are willing to die for? Why did my father hit that beach and willingly go into Japanese machine guns. That's a powerful idea, whatever that is. Well, it's a very simple idea, like all powerful ideas. And all that idea says is that you and I, everyone in this room tonight and everyone across this country, all 300 million of us, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're black or you're white. It doesn't matter if you're Asian or you're Indian. It doesn't matter if you're male or you're female or you're gay or you're straight. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic or Protestant, Muslim or Jew. It doesn't matter the last name. It doesn't matter the country that you came from. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, famous or common. It doesn't matter. In this country, in these United States, for which I am willing to die, every single one of us is born free and equal. And you will rise based on your merit and skill, and you're going to be judged by the content of your character, not the color of your skin. That is the central organizing principle. That is the central organizing principle of our country. And for the last 17 years, 54,000 American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines have been killed or wounded defending that idea. And it is that idea for which we serve. Thank you, and God bless everyone. And thank you, Easter Seals, for this award.